Hello, my lovelies. I have a terrible voice right now, I warn you. I also have a cat in my lap. I would show you, but that would require a lot of camera movement. She may jump out of my lap at any given time. So, today you saw the thumbnail. We are going to be doing that lipstick. I actually, ironically, not ironically, originally came up with figuring out a way to do the lipstick and make it last. That's the point. When when I saw this one girl, and she was a girl, I was a girl too, in high school. Sort 14, still girls. Anyway, uh, and she had this lipstick on, and I was like, I can't want to kiss you because if I kiss you, I'll smudge your lipstick. It's perfect. So today we're going to figure out a way how to make it where it's not smudgeable. Aha. Now, it's very, very, very simple. Starting with, make sure your lips are dry. I mean, like, very dry. Not cracked and bleeding and all that, but not quite, ready to kill for a chapstick, but pretty close. And so we are also, as you saw in the picture, going to be doing black and red. Now, the reason I chose red is specifically because it can look so very orange. So I will be showing you how to make the red very red. You can do this with any two tones, by the way, like any of them. Now, this is actually relatively quick and simple, relative to the flags and things like that I do that take about an hour. And this one's, a lot less. Anyway, so you're going to be needing 2 products in order to do this. Minimum 2 products in order to do this one for each color. And that is a base. That can be a variety of things. Lipstick, foundation, color correctors, chapstick if you have to, grease paint, whatever, a base. And you're also going to be requiring, I can speak, a pigment. I usually use eyeshadow. I have used real pigments in the past. It is significantly better, but you can get amazing results from absolutely cheap. Make sure it doesn't test on animals or anything, but absolutely financially cheap materials. You can get spectacular results. If you want to see them live, like not being put on live, this is about to happen, but me in action wearing these particular lipsticks, check out my Twitch streams. We have a drinking game. We have it all going on. It's fun. Cheers. So now is brandy. Now, as I said, you need to have a minimum of 1 base and 1 pigment for every color. So that means we have a base of black in both eyeliner and lipstick form. Ooh. We also have a red, as you saw, pigment. And by the way, that's our shadow. Quick aside. I'm not sponsored by anybody, okay? Just so you know. We also have our wonderful, wonderful red base. Now, you'll notice that it's actually rather purple. Well, you might not notice. It's really actually quite purple in real life. I chose that because it's got blue in it. I mean, purple, right? It's got blue in it. It's kind of obvious. But it's the blue tone that you need when working with red to make the red look red on camera, as well as to the naked eye. So we've got those. We've got a dry paper towel. We've got a damp paper towel. And we have a plethora of brushes. And 1 brush for your base and 1 brush for your pigment. We will be finishing off today's little thing with actually some stuff about glitter. Ooh. Specifically purple glitter. Yaha. Why? Because it's what I have. And the thing is about glitter is that this technique works with glitter, but glitter falls all over the place. Glitter makes a mess. It's a bitch. Like, that's just how it is. It's beautiful, yes, but it is a bitch. And the thing is that if you use a base and then you use a pigment of some kind, not as much as you would use for what I'm about to be doing, and then finish it off with glitter, I feel that you get a better, more substantive effect, and it lasts longer. Like, because you have nice solid color base of the glitter that you want on top of the glitter. So it ends up with a bit more of a three-dimensional depth, if that's what you're looking for. But it also lasts. So now you know. Now let us start with an outline. Now, unlike most lip line work, you're going to not need to worry about it being perfect. Like, you're actually going to want to go rather heavy with it, because I'm going to predominantly be using this as my black base. So we're going to start with that, and then we start with our light color. I know, it sounds crazy. Light color inward, but we still need to have our nice strong outline. And the fun thing about this is also let us discover how symmetrical we aren't. And yeah, I'm sorry, kitten. Yeah, I gotta turn. She does not like that. Can you look up and say hi? Oh, sweary. I love you, Bubs. Are you leaving us? She's indecisive. So let's see here. Come on. Talking to you, Light. Light is not as good as I thought it was. Hang on. Because I don't want to blind you, but I really need to see the other side of my face. Or at least I really like seeing the other side of my face. Now, I start with the middle of my lower lip, because this side is much more full than that one. So I try to, like, make sure that they match, depending on how I want it to be. I could want to have thinner lips that day. So, not today. Oh, that's right. I'll also be showing you ways to do this different, oh, you'll understand. There we go. Now, the good thing about this is it is an incredibly forgiving technique. It is. That's why I'm saying you don't actually need to worry about having your eyeliner, or it is eyeliner, having your eyeliner on your lips, your lip liner be perfect, because you're going to be actually filling in quite a bit. So that means you can, say, make a mistake and then, you know, basically reshape your lips as you go. By the way, no, my lips are not orange. They're actually pink. So, I'm not drinking. What are you talking about? All right. So now, as I mentioned, we're going to be actually going from light color to dark. Whenever we do this, I can't think of an exception yet, but whenever we do this, we use our base and then our pigment, and then we move on to the next color. So in this case, oh, and we go section by section. So for today's red, I want to do something a little bit shimmery, and that will be... let's use my favorite. You can tell it's my favorite. Why not? It's really nice and shimmery. It's quite bright. It'll go really well with our glitter for later. Now, a lot of the time when I'm using lipstick, well, almost all the time I'm using it on me, but I will quite often, with the more complicated patterns, use a brush and then etch it out. But today, because this is a really simple one, I get to cheat. At least for this stage. Anyway. I'm half clown. All right. Actually, I want this brush a little damp. That's why we have damp and dry paper towel. This light is not working as well as I wanted it to. But it is working, and that's what matters. Maybe it's the mirror. Well, whatever. So, as you may or may not have seen, the reason I'm doing it here, the faces I have to make. You can't really tell. That's the point. The faces you gotta make to make these. Now, I'm very rarely making a stroke with the brush. It's a dab. Like that. It does take some time. You gotta be a little patient with it. And we're almost done with this lip, though. There we go. Puffins. We have puffins here, though. If you want, do you want puffins? Well, we have them. Puffins. Just leave the puffins there. You can stay there. Boop. There we go. Oh, wrong button. Right button. Ha ha. Puffins. Okay. The reason for light to dark is it's a lot easier to make things dark than it is to lighten them. It's like, think of it like adding spices to a soup. You can add it, you can't take away. Yeah, this light is not doing the work it should. Curse you. Curse you! You cost me a whole $5. Oh well. Whatever. Now, the reason that I use the dabbing is because, well, if you actually do any kind of stroke, it will pull away the base. A lot of the time. You have to, there's exceptions. Not here, though. There's no exception here. And you're also packing the powder in. That's what you really want to do. You want to pack it in. When you think you've got enough, you probably want to put on more. At least till you get used to it. So, just keep going. And it does feel kind of nice. It feels kind of like velvet on your lips. I actually like the feeling. Not all the time, though. Okay. That feels all right. See, it's pretty darned red. That was coming from here. So, really, I think I should have used something even more blue. But, let us have fun with the black now. Oh, you know, now's a good time. A little bit. A little bit. Technically, it's still fresh, though, so. Didn't get any that time. And you saw. You saw. Wink. Okay. Now, this time, I will be painting on. Actually, we're going to cheat the way we did before, because we can cheat with this one. It's easier to cheat with this one than it was before. That's a reference to the last video that you haven't seen. Anyway, so we're just going to keep using our eyeliner, and we're going to fill things in until we feel that we're content with that. And then we're not just going to have a line here. Blend, blend, blend. Now here's where a certain amount of, there we go, sorry, my chair. It's hard for me to see, I'm not used to it. I'm moving the actual pencil in small strokes using the side of it. Once you've got a very nice solid line, it helps when you do that for when you're blending later on. You don't have to, but it really does help to be able to just kind of feather it like that. So that's part of where using a brush and lipstick at that point can end up being a lot more your friend. Like a brush or a pencil, and being very careful in the way that you apply it. I'll show you more clearly in a minute. You seemed so good when we first started, you silly light. Is there an angle I had you at? What the hell? Anyway. There. Now, as you obviously, I haven't done the top lip yet. This is one of the few times when you don't actually have to go bottom and then top. So I did say that there's no exceptions, and then I gave you an exception right now. Anyway, so as you can see, it is rather feathered. Just a little bit. I don't know if you can see it very well. But it is. It's feathered. Now we're going to go with the top. And then we're going to be showing you, the royal we are going to be showing you ways to make it more and or less dramatic, depending on your point of view. So I'm going to fill in the top, I'm going to do the black, and then or the black eyeshadow, and then we're going to keep going. Because that's how it goes. You don't see that tiny mistake. Oh, now you can't. Ha! Alright. So now we get to do the black. Woo! So I love my little angled brushes. Why am I holding the red? We need black. I will also be making a mess. That's also what I'll be doing. So I like using my angle brushes. I'm going to use that for the outside. And then I've got like other ones here that I will, one of them anyway, I'm not sure exactly which one it's going to be. Is going to be using the, to get the blending. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, this is also one of the few times where you do actually make strokes. So, also because, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, it's actually better to use eyeliner on your lips than lip liner. The eyeliner lasts longer. It's just a fact. Like, unless you're looking for something specific and that's the exact color that you want for your lip liner, go for eyeliner. Seriously. Products for your eyes are generally made to last longer than products for your lips. There's good reasons for that, and bad. I'm too lazy to think of them off the top of my head. At this stage, if you've made any small line mistakes, it's actually pretty easy to fix them. I'm not doing that right now at all. No, not at all. Obviously I don't intend to make a mistake while on video, but I don't mind making them, because then I can hopefully show you how to fix it. So, yeah. There we go. Now, one thing about this particular brush, by the way, is that it is actually technically already saturated with shadow when I started it. So that does make life easier. However, the reason for that is because I did use it on my eyes. Now, I have said this again before. If you go from eyes to mouth, it's fine. Don't go from your mouth to your eyes, though. You know. And you can use like a glittery black at this point, but considering we will be adding glitter, sometimes I like to have a full glitter, sometimes I like to have a matte black, which is what we're using, a matte black, and then glitter on the inside, because it gives that like, wah-ha! That's a technical term. Again, I'm using that thing that I was mentioning, technique, I suppose, that I was mentioning, where you're feathering things inward. Using the side of the pencil and going like, so that's what I'm doing right now. Now we need to do a little bit more blending with the red, and we'll have high school girl technique. Then, after that, we're going to go a little bit further into what I prefer to do. You can also add other colors and use them as blending in. Whatever. Okay. I could do better. I'm sorry. But here it is. Mwah. You see, it's got kind of more of a fiery look. Now, lately, especially because, as I said, it is a drinking game. Ooh. Look at that. There's a little bit left over from before, but that's clean. Mwah. So, I have personally started liking, I used to hate it when I was younger. I was like, it makes me look like I have a mustache. But now I don't think it does, so whatever. I personally really like filling in the upper lip more until it becomes like either nearly or pretty much black. I like the strength of that and how it emphasizes the lower lip. This is a very good thing for anybody who has a smaller lip or doesn't or whatever, because hey, it's sexy. And the other thing, though, I'm gonna put on my fingers. There we go. The other thing about doing that like emphasis on the lower lip is in some ways that will call more attention to your mouth because it is adding that emphasis, and it gives a certain fullness to it. And asymmetry, I mean, that especially obviously intentional asymmetry is hot. Oh, one of the reasons I wanted to show this lip stuff is because a lot of my lip stuff requires a certain fullness of lip. This one doesn't so much. You can have a smaller lips and still get the effect. You might have to color outside the lines a little, but not so much. You know, nothing compared to doing flags. Do have a little bit from earlier, so let's wipe this down for our next sips so that I can make sure you can all see it clear as day. Yes, I should think so. All right. Another reason for the wet. Okay, so now I'm going to fill it in a bit, and then I'm going to show you a bit of a glitter effect. Okay? Okay. So to fill it in a little bit is kind of obvious how to do it. But it's the look that I'm going to be showing you. Ooh, fancy. So this time I get to cheat with the black lipstick. And I can just color over it. I just got to be making sure that I don't get a mess right there. So we're going to have to be careful with that and jump from one to the other. And for that, I think this brush will be my new friend. This one's nice and small. It's got a good feathering edge. Can you see it very well? You can sort of see it. Here, put it on the white background, which is my face. There we go. Now you can see it. So, and then this one's a little bit wider. Same idea. So, let us begin. Da, 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 da. Almost there. Ah, no. Almost. I wish I had more of this brush. It is perfect for packing in the center areas. Ugh, if you're doing something like this, it's perfect. It's like, it's just a really simple one, but it's so good. Technically, it is for camouflage. Yeah, camouflage. That's what we're doing right now. We're camouflaging. Felt a wet patch. Okay, so this is one of my new favorites to do. I just really like the way it makes my mouse look. So it's the thing. I like it. You can also, I was going to show you how you can have it with like just little bits and smaller and smaller and smaller, but you're going to have to use your imagination because I decided against it at the last second. So yeah, because I'm like that. Well, honestly, I figure you're probably getting bored. Possibly, maybe. I don't know. Puffins galore. Well, I don't have a galore of puffins right now, but I do think that they are glorious. The more I learn about puffins, the better they become. Like capybara. The more you find out, the more awesome they become. Anyway, let us put on a little glitter. Now, I do have glittery black and things like that. I don't actually have red glitter. I know, crazy. So, what I will be adding a bit of the purple glitter. At least that way you can see the effect. So, damp brush is fun. Or a damp towel is fun. Because this is so perfect for packing. And I do have another one in the bathroom. But, you know, I'm lazy. I also prefer this one. It's a little bit more dexterous. Now with glitter, I do recommend having a somewhat damp brush. Not wet. Dear gosh, golly and gracious. This is just water. It's my water cup. Water. So anyway, having a bit of a damp brush, I find, is very, very useful because it picks up the glitter and it doesn't drop it so easily, which, to me, I don't know. Glitter, it just... I've done years of drag and burlesque and boylesque and gorelesque and all of it, and I just don't do glitter. And I figure, like, there's got to be one person in the show who doesn't do glitter. You know, everybody else is shining and glittering, and I'm, you know, the not with the glitter. I say with shiny, sparkly nails. But that's different. When I'm reading a book, I get little sparkles. It's great. They reflect off of the paper. Anyway, so let's add some glitter. Come on, brushy. Pick it up. Kind of want my brush to be almost more wet. Mm-hmm. It's the salt. There we go. See here now. Mm-hmm. And just a little dab. Now, in this case, I do like to let it set for a little while. Just let it, walk around the house for a little while going, terrible, I know. But it does help. It does. So there's possibly going to be a bit of spread, a little bit, but it shouldn't be much. You can see it was the same technique. In this case with the glitter, you're kind of almost scooping it up and dab, 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 dab. I don't know if that's standard issue for using glitter on your eyes or whatever. Personally, as I said, I don't use glitter. I like it. It's cool. I use microfine glitter when I do use it. But here we go. Having certain products when it comes to glitter does make it a lot better. Glitter is one of those times where unless you're using... This technique is good, it will help, but if you've got like a higher quality product, like in my experience, I am not sponsored, but NYX seems to have good products. So their glitter I've found is quite positive. I used it all up. So, but I also didn't take long to use it all up. So, I'm just not. But here it is. So, mwah. Here's the glitter. Here's the shiny. I think it looks okay. Seems okay. A few sparkles. That would probably end up being a little bit more sparkles by the end of the night, but this would stay, though. You would still have this level of solid color, and you will be able to kiss people on the cheek and not worry about it. Unless somebody comes up and goes, "Rah!" But there is actually one thing you can do, and that is take the sacrifice and use a makeup setter on your lips. If you are using glitter and you really want it to last for 100% sure, use a makeup setter. For the record, a makeup setter is basically hairspray, depending on the makeup setter. But still, that is something you can do. And I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. If you really need it, though, there it is. So I guess that is the end of the video. I am hoping that you have a wonderful day. I'm going to take my hairpin out and look pretty so that it can look all pretty at the end. Oh, my. Anyway, have a good drink on me. It doesn't have to be alcohol. It's clean. Let's have another one, and then we'll end it. Not bad. So, see ya.